time for Two Guys and a Goalie with Dustin Nielson, Matt Kassian, and the goalie, Joaquin Gage.
Hello, welcome to Two Guys and a Goalie. Thank you very much for being here today. It is Nielson, it is Cass, it is Gager, and we are locked and loaded here on Two Guys and a Goalie. As always, Two Guys and a Goalie brought to you by our great partners over at GS Construction, where they have been the industry standard for 50 years with quality, efficiency, and safety driving their success. GS Construction has a foundation built on teamwork, and now they want you to become a part of the team. Visit www.gsconstruction.ca and click Ready to Work, or visit their page at Indeed.ca. And with the Next Up Person program at GS Construction, it's not just a job, it is a career. Gager, what's up, my man?
Nothing. I dusted off the old MS burger shirt.
Yes.
A&W.
Yeah, for A&W.
Yeah, and so I was excited. And
Maddie wore the same shirt today.
well, I think this is the original, though. This is what I received last year.
Oh.
So I dusted it off and wore it
Is
again
it one
today.
not wearing the exact same shirt?
Yeah, he is. But it's a... Oh, it's last year's too?
Same shirt.
Are you serious?
I knew it.
Oh, my God. Did we just become best friends?
Of course I knew it. Yes. I told you. It looked exactly the same. Same date and everything. This is crazy. Cass, can you believe two humans have the same shirt that were both dropped off by a partner a year ago at the office?
On the same day. It is beautiful. What
You know
a
what?
beautiful
I'm kind of
thing.
pissed. I don't think I have that shirt.
No?
No, what the hell? What am I supposed to do?
No, it's my favorite price.
Free.
Free 99.
Cass, what's up, buddy? Are you working from home today? You look like a guy who's pretty well put together to be at home.
Yeah, well, they're working from home today, but still got video calls, still got meetings, still got to show up here with you guys. So
yeah,
it's not a definitely not a day off. I'm just you know what? I got in my car to drive to the office, and then I was just like, I think I drove halfway down the block, and I was just like, you know what?
Not today.
You know what? Not today. I'm like, I'm not driving today. I'm like, I got to be back. I got a buddy coming over later that has got to help me with to fix some plumbing in the house. And so I was just like, I'm going to be rushing back early in the afternoon to make sure that I'm here for that. So I'm like, am I going to be more productive thinking about how I need to be home in time and kind of always checking the clock? Or am I going to be more productive just being here today? Because no one's really in the house as of right now. It's just like,
it's all good then.
Dog's over there. The dog's laying down. He's in the corner. He's chilling. He's chilling. So I'm like, I'll work from home today.
It makes sense. You're probably getting more done there. Probably more comfortable. Probably do better work even when you're at home. So Gager, Gager, you like sometimes getting out of the house to do your meeting, because sometimes you'll do like Zoom meetings, but here.
Yeah. So K4 is all virtual, right?
Okay, the whole
keep costs down. So we're
Kent just does not want to pay for an office.
No.
What a guy.
No.
What a guy.
So he when I do have clients who are in Edmonton, I might go visit them and stuff like that, like locally. But
you deal with a lot of
I'm all across Canada with a lot of my clients. So that's it's a little bit different, right? So but for years, working at Shaw and then with Canada Life and going in, Cass, you can probably attest that sometimes it's just nice. You still get ready or whatever, but just going into the office and starting to do work straight from there instead of I got to get to town. You deal with the rush hour. Then you're in the back of your mind thinking you've got young kids. And I remember, I got to pick up my daughter from dance, get them there. It's just, it seems to take that level of stress out of your day. So you can, if you had some important stuff, like I had a few things to get done this morning, which was great. Got it done and then in here. So it's perfect.
But last night you got distracted because you're watching Step Brothers.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Cass, Gager's like, when was the last time you watched Step Brothers?
That's the thing. I've never watched it from beginning to end.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I never did. I meant to, but I'd always catch it at the Catalina wine mixer,
which is a classic.
It's a great.
When the dad is like, I wanted to be a T-Rex as a child, and I'd walk around like this.
My God!
Correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
Start to finish.
I'd seen snippets. Go ahead.
Oh, I can't believe you haven't. No, I was just gonna say, like, that feels like it's one of the last true comedies that has been released. Like, I'm trying to remember the order. Like, was the Other Guys released before or after that? I can't remember the exact order, but I'm like,
Other
that's one of
Guys, I think, was after Step Brothers.
may have been after, but it's like, it's one of the last, right? Where you're just like, it's just, the scene when they're laying in bed and just going back and forth.
And the brother, Derek.
Oh, Derek.
He is so
Don't
good.
say that.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
No, you don't say that.
Don't say that.
I love when the parents come and they're like, you have to move up. Like, this is horse.
Oh my God.
It is. I mean, as far as I cannot believe that you had not watched that start. It's one of my top 5 comedies, undoubtedly.
I might go watch it as soon as I get home.
You should. You'll laugh the same. You'll laugh just as hard. It's like Seinfeld when you watch Seinfeld.
I laughed so hard at certain points because I had my earphones in too. So
okay,
and my dog got scared and left my office because I was so boisterous with my laughter. Like, I can't believe how funny that movie is from when I get the gist of it or whatever. But man, was I laughing! It was just great. And then I actually started looking up old Will Ferrell movies, what to watch next.
So you know what I watched the other night? I throw it on sometimes when I'm doing work. Actually, I had it on in my office the other day on my iPad. I had the door closed at the office, and I was doing work, but I closed the door because I was watching The Campaign with Galifianakis and Ferrell.
That might be one I gotta watch.
That one, rewatch that one. That one is hilarious too. So yeah, I had that on. So, but yeah, that's another one too for sure.
Wow,
that one flies under the radar for Ferrell movies.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
it's good.
I think I've only seen that one like once. Like, I don't know if I've watched that one multiple times. I don't know.
I think as the whole political scenes got like more ridiculous since it came out, it makes it even funnienter.
Yeah.
Like,
because it's exactly the same as what's going on now.
Like it's like some of the stuff that his character, I can't remember his name, I think it's Cam's, and some of the stuff that his character does now, I'm like, I could totally see Trump doing that. That's a pretty fun. Sudeikis is in it.
Yeah.
He's the campaign manager for him.
Right.
He's like, I don't think we should do this. It's not Step Brothers, but it's sneaky funny to just throw on sometimes.
That's just speaking of political stuff. Elaine, Julia Louis-Dreyfus from Veep. Do you ever watch Veep?
I've never watched Veep.
So I've watched a few episodes. It's really funny, but it's so far gone. But she even says, like, we started that show to be like, just be as ridiculous as possible. But then as the political landscape changed, it wasn't too much of a stretch. So we canceled the show.
Thunder Dan texts in and says, how about this, Dusty? Last night, Step Brothers and Tombstone were on at the same time. I wore out the last button, flipping back and forth.
Yeah.
That was my debate.
So did you watch Step Brothers on television?
On television.
You watched a movie on television?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
So I had
Did it have commercials?
No, it was on one of the movie
That's
channels.
nice then. Okay.
Like Tombstone. I saw that and I was like, do I watch Tombstone or do I go, you know what? I've seen Tombstone a lot lately and I haven't watched Step Brothers from start to finish. So it was good. It was really good. Really, really.
The other Guys was funny too.
Oh, the other.
You know, like Ferrell gets a lot of love for The Anchorman.
Yeah.
And some of those ones, but Step Brothers with Wahlberg was terrific. I like The Campaign, and you mentioned the other Guys with Wahlberg and then Step Brothers. I like
some of his shows where he's kind of not a cameo, but a special character. Yeah. Like when he's the prison in prison with
Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah.
Oh my God. When he goes, okay, I like you guys, especially you. This is going to get a little weird.
I want you to do the dragon.
2 dragons.
and he embroiders on jeans. Yeah. Like, that's too good. And then obviously in Wedding Crashers, when he comes down the stairs as Chaz, and he's got the nunchucks and but yeah, you know what? That character in Starsky and Hutch is like, nobody talks about that, but that was hilarious.
That was
too. Yeah.
That's I feel like that's another underrated comedy.
Starsky and Hutch?
That was a solid comedy.
Yeah, that was a good comedy.
A good movie.
That was good.
So yeah, I remember huge Farrell guy. And we went to the movie to see Wedding Crashers. And I knew he was in it, but I didn't know the role. And I remember I was sitting there watching it at the theater. And the first time I saw his foot step down the stairs, I leaned over my buddy. I said, "That's him. I know it. That's exactly how they're going to bring this character in." Oh, like even like just the whole concept of Wedding Crashers when he's like, "Yeah, I got her at a funeral." You're just like, my God, man. Like, yeah, that was that was too good. All right. Okay, so anyway, fun sidetrack there to get us started on Two Guys. When was the last time you went to the theater to see a funny movie?
See, this was the whole thing was going on because my wife and I were talking about, we've heard nothing but great things about the new Naked Gun movie.
I know, everybody praises the Naked Gun movie like crazy.
I looked it up, so I think there'd be something, I don't know, people hate, I don't think they like when I go to comedies because I preemptively laugh if I can see the joke coming. So, and my laugh is quite loud from what people tell me. And
I can't remember the last time.
when was the last comedy
you went to?
What was the last
comedy I went to? Like,
I can't remember. I mean, the funniest movies I've been to in the last probably 20 years is like a Pixar movie where I laughed.
Yeah, I mean, I did laugh out loud a few times at Minecraft.
Oh, did you see? How was it good?
I saw Minecraft twice in theaters with the kids.
Nice.
Yeah, it's Samoa's good. Momoa's good. And then Jack Black I like. But yeah, I can't remember the last time I went to, like, was it, do I have to go back to like Anchorman 2? When did that come out? That would end. That wasn't even worth the trip to the theater. Yeah, I mean, Cass is right. Like, comedies have changed for sure, but
comedies have changed. And I feel like if I'm going to spend the money to go to a theater, it's like I want to see something that's like blowing up and explosions and like get that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Birch Diggin'. And like comedies, it's like I can watch a comedy at home.
Yeah,
or like it's super comfortable at home. You know, I don't
like
need
Ricky
the
Stenicki.
big screen experience.
Yeah. Have you seen Ricky Stenicki?
I started watching it. This was months and months ago. I had started watching it, and I never have gone back to it. Like
Gager got me
like 20 minutes in. Yeah. Well, I remember when we talked about it. That's why I went and watched like the first 20 minutes, and it was like I was giggling. Like I think they had just hired him.
Yeah.
The guys had just hired him, and then I was like, yeah, this is good. And then whatever, I went to bed, and I just have never watched it again. So I got to pick it up.
No, that's one worth checking. I don't know why, but Gager and I really like Ricky Stenicki.
I didn't know what to expect though, so it blew me right out of the water.
Yeah, but I think I think I laugh at that one more so it's because we haven't seen many funny comedies.
Probably not.
I like that much, right?
Yeah.
So.
That really inappropriate humor.
Yeah.
I don't know. I gravitate towards that. Shocker.
All right. Speaking of things that are hilarious, Peter Chiarelli and Steve Tambellini. It is the Whipping Boy bracket. It's the final matchup of the first round here in this bracket that we're doing on the morning show. Nurse, Bouchard, Skinner, Koskinen, Horkoff, Puljujarvi, Kevin Lowe. And I've all advanced to the second round. Peter Chiarelli is the next. Who's like? This morning on YouTube, Chiarelli got like 87% of the vote as we look for the most criticized, fairly or unfairly, the most criticized player, coach, or manager in the history of the Oilers organization. Cash, you can't be surprised at all that Chiarelli is just running away with this thing.
Yeah. Well, he's going to keep running away with it. He's going to keep running away with it. But man, like, because
do you think he walks all the way to a championship in this thing?
He might.
He might.
I
mean, the Kevin Lowe one, because his next matchup will be Kevin Lowe, and people were taking out billboards and newspaper ads and putting coasters at bars saying Kevin Lowe must go. Like, that's when people are putting their own money into trying to get you fired. I don't think anybody did that with Chiarelli. Did anybody drop 10 grand on a billboard to try to get Peter Chiarelli fired?
No.
I don't think so.
So what was that? What did Kevin win by in the last one? Was it close?
Well, it was weird because Dallas Eakins won on Twitter.
Oh.
He had 54% of the Twitter vote, but Kevin Lowe had 60% of the YouTube vote.
Oh.
It was the first vote in the whole bracket that was split between Twitter and YouTube. Most of them have all been on the same page, which I guess says something about the demographics on Twitter. Maybe I don't know.
I don't
Nothing
know.
against Dallas Eakins, but Kevin Lowe got torched here for a few of the comments that he made there when they brought on Mac T as GM.
It's mostly Gen Xers with Kevin Lowe, right? So Gen Xers yelling at Kevin while millennials heard, and millennials are more on Instagram, aren't they?
I mean, I don't even know what I am, so I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know where they are.
There must have been some parental influence with Kevin Lowe. It's during that time. Maybe it was Zers that I'm trying to figure that out. That's weird that Instagram. I have to do timelines, but yeah, I didn't. I thought Dallas would win that. I thought that Kevin would get the benefit of the doubt later on.
After the fact
and stuff like that. But as for Chiarelli, yeah, that's a good matchup then with him and Kevin.
Matchup.
Him and Kevin would be a really good next round.
Yeah.
I think Twitter though, I think Chiarelli. You know, there's a little bit of a recency bias in this whole thing so far.
Yeah.
I think the recency bias is enough to push Chiarelli past Kevin Lowe. Plus, also, Chiarelli sucked for the second half of his tenure with the organization. So
I think that recency bias is what hits it the most, though. I think that's what hits it the most.
Yeah.
Because if we were to really look, even at Tambellini, if we're looking at the actual moves made, Tambellini made some pretty bad moves.
Wait, did Tambellini make moves?
I don't think he did he?
I think that was one of the things he was criticized for.
Yeah.
It's that one deadline. Remember that one deadline, Cass? You were probably still playing. And they just...
I would have been still playing.
Yeah, he only acquired Jared Smith, and that was it. That was Kruger.
Yeah.
That was Kruger's year.
Yeah.
Remember? Kruger had him, and they're like, oh, geez, they could maybe take a run at a playoff spot. And they went out and added Jared Smithson. And... But I mean, there was a couple other bad moves there along the way too. Do you have some of those up, Cass? You look like you were.
Let me pull it. I had them up earlier.
We should try to find Steve Tambellini transactions.
I remember him talking about.
I got a whole bunch. I got a whole bunch here.
Okay.
I got a whole bunch here. He tried to trade for Danny Heatley.
Was that Tambo?
Yep.
That was right
tried
when
to trade for Danny Heatley.
Right when I got here. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. He hired Pat Quinn.
Well, maybe Steve Tambellini was here longer than I thought.
Yeah, hired Pat Quinn, drafted Magnus Päärvi. 10th overall.
I still like the pick.
A great one. Traded Kyle Brodziak for nothing. That was a bad one. Didn't understand that one. Yeah, tried to trade for Heatley. Signed Habibulin for who knows why. Grabishkov, that was fine. Ryan
Cass,
Jones,
we lost your video, Cass, but we still have your audio, which is weird. I don't know if we've ever seen that before.
I don't does that sometimes where all of a sudden it just turns its, I don't even hit a button. It just is I'm done.
Probably a hacker. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Traded Steos. That's fine. Hired Tom Rennie. That's fine. But I mean, that's making up for your bad Quinn move. Drafting Taylor Hall. I mean, that's fine.
That was an automatic. I mean,
he drafted Nuge too, didn't he?
He would have drafted Nuge then. Yeah.
I think he drafted Nuge. Yeah. The Penner, that was the big one. Traded Penner to LA for Colton Tubert, first round in 2011, third round in 2012, which actually ended up being okay because he got Clefbaum out of that.
So
no.
Yeah, he didn't do too bad.
Didn't do too bad with some of those. So I'm just looking at it here. I guess that maybe it's just that Danny Heatley thing was just stuck in my head. So
when was he fired?
So Tambellini was, I've got it right here. He was hired July 31st, 2008, after the Oilers promoted Kevin Lowe to POHO, president of Hockey Ops. And then he was their general manager from 2008 until April 13th, 2013, wherein he was replaced by Craig McTavish.
Yeah.
And that's when Kevin Lowe had the presser where he said he knew a thing or two about winning if it was ever a concern.
Right.
So, yeah, that Tambo era. Yeah.
And that didn't help because that was the whole old boys coming back again. And weren't the Red Wine Summits not?
That was post Tambellini.
Post Tambellini.
I'm pretty sure Red Wine Summit was post Tambellini.
Yeah, it was, but it was pretty close to that point too, right? Then that
I do love that we're talking about something about Red Wine Summit and people are like, oh yeah, Red Wine Summit. Like it's like that's a thing here, man.
That's funny. I was going to say, I mean, Tambellini wins just because he didn't pick me up off waivers when he could have.
So okay. So what year was that?
Brought me here. That would have been 2012.
Okay,
I believe.
So you cleared waivers?
I cleared waivers in 2012. Yeah.
So when you went on waivers, I don't know if we've ever talked about this, and we've been doing this show for years. So what's like when you get waived? What was that like for you? And does your agent reach out to some teams and be like, "Hey, pick up my guy. He can help."
Yeah, you're gonna want me to start to cry? What is it like? It's horrible. It's like the worst thing ever.
But I mean, lots of guys will get waivers and then they'll happen again and they'll come back up and that type of thing. But
you don't know. It's a horrible feeling. I mean, all of a sudden you can't go on the team. Like, can't go on the ice with practice. Like to practice with the team, you can't be around the team. You can't anything. Like it's like you have to sit there apart from everybody else. Go back to the hotel. Go back to wherever you are and just sit and wait and stare at your phone. And yes, your agent's going to call other teams. Hopefully, you hope. Going to pick up the phone, try to get in touch with people, but everyone's going to get the waiver wire info, like it's sent out to all the teams. They get all that information every day. So, everyone's going to see it. And, you're just sitting and hoping in a lot of ways where you're just wanting someone to pick you up, but you don't know what's going to happen. No, it's a horrible feeling. It is a horrible feeling.
So did you think the Oil might,
there might have been a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought there might've been a chance. And I think it was Chuck Fletcher that put me on waivers at that time, and he thought I was going to get picked up. I know at least that one time.
Is that what he told? Like
he told me, he's like, I'm pretty sure you're going to get picked up, but we'll see. And you just want to be like, screw you, Chuck, but you can't say that. So no, you're just like, okay, and then you sit there and take it and go want to cry in a hallway, and it's brutal.
I'm sorry for rehashing that. I'm just trying to think about for us, everyday life is here, the office.
Yeah.
Gager, can you imagine if I don't know, pick a guy. I went to YouTube Trev. I went to Trev and I say, hey, listen, man, we like you, but we don't need you right now. I'm going to let everybody know that they can have you for nothing. And if you don't get picked up, I will give you a lesser job.
Yep. I'm going to demote you. And in the meantime,
when you think about
sit in this
real
room
life
by yourself.
That sucks.
You can't talk to anyone. You can't talk to anyone. You can't touch a production board. It's like you have to go sit in this room and just be quiet until tomorrow morning.
Man,
and then we'll know by tomorrow morning. Yeah. We're going to give you a lesser job. Yeah.
We'll see
it's
after
horrible.
my employment review and see if this doesn't happen, I guess, now with Dusty's.
Well, I gotta stop the show for a second and just point out, Gager is keeping his coffee warm on the desk right now. What is this? I've never seen this.
You've seen that?
No, I swear to God. Maybe I looked in the direction before and it's been there, but I've never seen you have that on during the show.
Well, I haven't had it on.
Can people see this? Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. People can see that.
Yeah. So,
on the screen. If you listen on TuneIn or iHeart or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, Gager, tell them what this is. What is this?
My wife, a few Christmases ago, I think while working from home, and I always complained, I got to warm up my coffee or whatever. So she got me this, and then everything changed. And so, I got a Yeti cup or whatever. And I thought, you know what? Maddie always has coffee. And so I brought it in and gave it to Matt.
Oh, okay.
And actually, Matt, it's actually great for candles. Because when candles get to the bottom and you can't light them anymore, you put it on that and it melts it and it does it nice. It makes it even again.
Really?
So yesterday I was having coffee. Everywhere? What's that?
Like, help me understand how putting a candle on that thing, doesn't it just wreck it?
It's just the same as lighting the.
Is the candle in a little?
No, it's like a
case.
Whatever, like a Yankee candle.
But would the
so
candle
it's
not
in the
melt
glass.
down all
Yeah,
over the thing?
The candle's in the case. Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
got it.
yeah.
I thought you
that's
put it
what
in
I
the
mean. Sorry.
black
Like
part
a
of the
Bed Bath
candle.
and
I thought
Beyond
you just putting a
candle.
naked candle
There you
on
go.
it.
No.
That's what I thought too.
That'd be so
Because that's
weird.
what I have in my house. I just put candles, like just the naked candles everywhere. Right? That's the only way to really do it.
Jesus.
What are we talking about?
Glass
here right
candles, Yankee candles.
Gage, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Of course. I just got off of Step Brothers. Of course I'm thinking what you're thinking.
Oh, what were we talking about?
But anyway, so yesterday my coffee was cold and I go, oh, Maddie's got that heater. And I just, hey, Maddie, are you using that? And he goes, no. So I brought it in here and it just keeps you, actually, that's pretty hot. There's a few different levels. And
I feel like if HR Daddy sees this, he's going to be like, you can't have something hot on the desk. It could start a fire.
No, as soon as you take it off, it turns off.
What?
Yeah. Well, that's pretty warm.
As soon as you take it off, it turns off. Gager puts his hand on it.
But it's still warm. It's still warm. But no, it just keeps it kind of nice.
That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad that you've got that warm drink warmer upper.
Well, and it keeps it away from Jasmine, so she can't dump it.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, let's get to a couple of comments here on this whipping boy thing. Baggio is in. It says, Dusty, the difference was Tambellini didn't have 97 and 29, and Chiarelli had them and messed it up big time.
Good point.
Now, with that being said, Tambellini did have Nuge and did have Eberle and did have Taylor Hall and failed to really take a step to the point where all of those guys were there and you still sucked enough to land Connor McDavid. You know what I mean? It's like,
So thank you, Steve.
yeah, like Tambo didn't, the team never took a step really. And then with Chiarelli, it took a brief step. And then it's the moment there was a setback, he panicked and screwed the whole thing up.
But wasn't that the modus operandi for both these guys? Like it seemed like Tambellini was the safe, keeping all the picks, not trading anything away.
Paralyzed by fear. That's it, right? He was. They're both motivated by fear, but on different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah,
like Tambellini paralyzed by fear, like afraid to do big things, maybe, and Chiarelli, motivated by fear. Right, instead of being paralyzed, like I can't do anything, I shouldn't do anything. He was just like, I'm going to do everything.
It's a great comparison.
Like fear caused panic. I think that's the difference between the two of them.
Yeah, and really, what's better? And if you're looking back, I think.
Somebody messaged me. I don't know. I'm sorry to the person. I can't remember if it was Twitter or if it was on the YouTube chat or on the text line. But somebody said, Dusty, I've always said that Tambellini would have been the right guy to still have in 2015 when you brought in McDavid. And then you continued to build there because he was a little bit more, what'd you call it, Cass? Paralyzed by
fear.
Paralyzed. So he would have been, he would have, instead of maybe not going, like Tambellini wouldn't have gone Eberle for Strome, Strome for Spooner, Spooner for Gagne dead. Like you just,
definitely not.
So that's kind of an interesting point, I think. I think that's a great way to describe it. They were the exact opposite dudes, right? Like,
but that's why they hired Chiarelli, I think, right?
So because he was coming in from a place where he made some moves.
He always made moves. That's if I remember correctly, that's what they were hopeful about, that he was not afraid to shake it up or do something to try to make the team better. He didn't.
Here's what I wanted to ask you two guys. Who was the biggest whipping boy that you played with? Cass, whether it was Ottawa or Minnesota, which one of your teammates got it hard, like the most from fans or media in that market?
Ooh. Let me chew on that for a second.
Yeah. Gage, let
me chew on that for a second.
There's one guy I think he was with the organization. I'll get his name in a second. He was a Russian player. He was a first rounder to, I believe, to Washington. Anyways, I distinctly remember we called him the Tin Man because he didn't have any heart. And so he was on the ice and he must have bailed on 3 different hits and didn't get, just gave the puck away. And guys were on the bench, actually yelling. And then I think it was Walt Kyle, who was the coach at the time. He yelled out, "Come on, Tin Man." And
this was a Russian?
Yeah.
Was it Volchkov?
Yes.
Okay, Volchkov.
Alexander Volchkov.
4th overall, played 3 games in the NHL.
Yeah. A beast on the bike. I'll give him that. But he did not want any part of the physicality.
Even like the coaches and teammates were on this.
Well, we called him under our breath Tin Man,
yeah.
right? But then the coach
yells out,
called him Tin Man. And then it was like the other game, same type of thing happened. And I think I heard he said something like, "Don't worry, boys, he's gone by Tuesday."
Really?
And he was, they got rid of him. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's really bad when even your team is like, enough's enough.
Like he had a big, huge signing bonus. I remember him showing me pictures because I played with him in Portland for the Pirates too. And he was showing me pictures of his house on the Black Sea back in Russia.
Okay.
You wouldn't have believed it. I thought he was royalty. Like
seriously?
Yeah. It was all, I mean, it looked like Versace threw up in it, but it was all marble and gold and stuff and right on the water. It was pretty impressive.
He only played 25 games in Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 goals. Cash, you think of somebody in either market that you're like, they got to ease up on this dude. Okay.
Yeah. Probably 2, maybe even 3. I mean, I'll go to my second year in Ottawa because we were bad. And so it was violent. I mean, that was like when I played 33 games that season. And that's when I was like getting yelled at grocery stores by kids. And I was like, dude, I play like 5 minutes a night. And most nights I don't play. Like, it's not my fault. Please don't yell at me. Spezza took a lot of heat that year.
Really?
Oh.
And some of it probably deserved. But Spezza took a lot of heat that year, and I would say Bobby Ryan also took a lot of heat that year.
Really?
Yep. Those 2 guys took a lot. Now, we as a team, it's like the team as a whole. Can I nominate the whole team? Because we just got absolutely shredded for the entirety of this season. And maybe that was because we beat Montreal in the playoffs.
I was going to say, is this the year after the Montreal?
That's the year after. Yep. Yeah, and there's so many reasons for why we weren't great. First and foremost, Alfie left, and then all our Euros just went nuts. Just it was like they had guardrails with Alfie, where like they were all in their best behavior, all our young Euros,
really?
And then all of a sudden he was gone, and then it was just like all bets were off. They could do anything they want. Like
so that's why Mahalik was minus 25 that year.
Oh yeah, he struggled. There's lots of guys that struggled, but yeah, I think if I was going to say it would be Spets was probably the most in that, as the guy being the guy, first year wearing the C as the captain, like getting blamed for everything. He took a lot of heat. Took a lot of heat that year. Again, and maybe some of it justified in some ways, but he probably was the biggest, I think. And maybe that is just going from Minnesota to the Canadian market too, like in Ottawa, where there's more of that. Like, and no one could really be mad at us the year before. Like no one was like constantly getting yelled at or was a problem the year before because we did all right. We just we hung around. We made the playoffs as a 7th seed. We beat the 2nd seed and lost to Pittsburgh, who was the number 1 seed in the East and was a really good team. So like, cool. People were good. But then that next year when we sucked, that's when it started. And I think Spets got it probably the worst.
That was his last year there. Yeah. I just looked it up. Like that was the year he had 66 points. And then that was it. He was minus 26 that year. And this is after he put up, there's a stretch there from 05 to 08 when he was 90, 87, 92 points. It's funny you bring up, like, that's a guy that I don't, you would know this, Cass, I guess you can tell us, but I always thought, not that I thought he should have produced more, but I always thought he was a bit underrated around the league for how offensively gifted he was. And I think it's because of the way that he moved, like he was kind of smooth, but not,
like the foot speed wasn't
breaking.
wasn't like, wow, look at that, look at him go. But he wasn't slow.
No, did that guy ever get the credit you think he deserved?
Depends which market.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Like early in Ottawa,
no.
they must have loved him, right? Had to have.
Early in Ottawa, they loved him.
Yeah.
But that was when it was him and Heatley and Alfredson on the line.
Yeah.
And they were just dominant. Right? Like that first couple of years, they were just dominant. Spetsy, like it's a hard question for me to answer because there was things he did incredibly well. Like you talk, he's bigger. He was very, very silky.
Yeah,
that big
that's
paddle.
a good way to describe it. Silky.
Yeah, very, very silky. Could find passing lanes very, very well. And the challenge with him was the foot speed, and it was a foot speed. He's kind of like an Evan Bouchard at forward, and maybe that's where people really harped on him that year too, in that like he really patient with the puck. Not now. Bush maybe a little bit faster than Spets, but like really patient with the puck. Like would hold on to it, be patient, making to look plays. And sometimes that looks really good and it works well, but when it doesn't work well, it just looks bad, right? Because it looks like you're not trying. It looks like you're not engaged. It looks like you're kind of sitting back, and I think that's where he got lots of the flack. I don't know if I would say, look, he didn't really ever get the career respect. Like I thought he did, and realistically, guys, like the guy jumped into the league early on, played over 1,200 games, and managed to find ways to produce points up until the end. So I don't know. I wouldn't say he didn't get the respect he deserved. I thought he got quite a bit of respect as a player, and rightfully so. I don't know. I'm all over the place there. I hope that answered the question.
Traded from Ottawa with Ludwig Karlsson to Dallas for Alex Chason, Alexander Guptill, Nick Paul, and the second-round pick in 2015 that ended up actually being Mackenzie Blackwood. If you can remember.
Really?
Yeah. And then I signed by the Maple Leafs and went home to kind of wrap up the career there. All right, let's dive into your Play Alberta number crunchers here on Two Guys and a Goalie, presented by the Sandman and the crew over at GS Construction. Okay, so I saw the Toronto Maple Leafs put out. Let me see. I think I liked it. Like their tickets on sale now for, and then you click on it, and the replies are just people like, yeah. So the Maple Leafs put out a tweet with Michael. That Michael Scott one where he's like, "Oh, it's happening! Oh my God!" Leafs regular season tickets are now available, and I mean, some of the replies are just, yeah. What's the Kellys? Sure, I just happen to have a few $1,000 sitting around. This one says lower the Leafs prices. This one says the con is on. This one says you have lost the plot completely. And then there's like a screen cap here. Face value, section 106, row 3, seat 7, $970. That's not on a resale. That's like on a here's your ticket price thing.
Wait a second. So how much is that for? One ticket?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Let me click on this link here and see. I guess the part where I wanted to go for number crunchers, because this just in, ticket prices here aren't cheap either, and the Oilers will ramp things up rather regularly, and I'm sure people will tell us how much more it is this year to go to a game than it was last year to go to a game. But the question I wanted to ask you guys is, what do you think? And I was gonna say the question is, what should the price for a ticket to go to a hockey game be? But I think I'd probably say, what is a reasonable price for a ticket to go to a hockey game? Like
single ticket? One ticket?
Single ticket. Let's just say middle, lower upper bowl or upper lower bowl. Like not a great ticket, but not a nosebleed.
Okay.
Like, what do you guys think is a reasonable cost? And it's not just a Oilers conversation. It's not really just a hockey conversation, but it's just a general, people get charged so damn much for these things that, it just seems, it kind of pisses me off. It's unfair for a lot of people who, like, you have to make a pretty good income to be able to spend some money to go to a hockey game. I just wish it wasn't that way. So what do you think that number is?
Well, so first question I have is, like, where do you like to sit at a hockey game, first of all?
Well, this is going to be really bad, but I sat in the Play Alberta suite at the Creed concert.
And I was like, right in the middle?
I've never sat in that it's a good.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, I can see why rich people or companies pay for these seats. Because Tam and I are sitting there in those chairs. I'm like, can you imagine watching a hockey game
they're great.
from here? Like, this would be great. Even at the new barn, my knees are so jammed up no matter where I'm sitting. It's uncomfortable. But I like upper, lower bowl if I can.
Yeah. What, like 20 rows up?
There's not technically a bad seat in the barn.
No.
But like 20.
But you know how
22, 23 rows up?
Some people like center ice or closer to. Other people like the offensive attacking zone at least twice. Like there are different prices for those different areas. Like if you take the same seat on the other side from the offense where the Oilers are attacking twice opposed to defending twice, the offensive seat is more expensive than the defensive seat, right? But taking all that into account, whatever. Is $100?
I was gonna say like $150. That's still, it's not cheap, but I get it. You're getting good entertainment.
Yeah.
But when I see these people paying, like I'm just looking at the Leafs here. This is just a game against Detroit, October 13th, section 108. There's 2 tickets available and they are 10 rows up and it's $540. And I'm just like, God, man. Like, Cass, what would you say? Is it like a reasonable $100, $150?
I landed right in $100.
Yeah.
I landed right at $100 in my mind. And let me tell you my justification why is I kind of go to think like, how much am I spending per hour? Right. To be here. What's my hourly cost to be here? And, for the hours of entertainment, not just the on ice time, but just the event as a whole, like to be here, to get the experience, how much time? And I'm like, okay, from that 2.5 to 3 hours in that range, 2.5 to 3 hours, somewhere in there. Like that's how long you're at the rink. And I'm like, okay, to be at an event and spend time with people, to have fun for 2.5 to 3 hours, what am I willing to pay? That's like a reasonable cost on a per hour basis. That's not going to make me freak out. And at $100, you're kind of in that like 30 to $45 range.
Yeah.
Right. Where it's like, okay, that's reasonable. Now, if you go to a movie, a 2-hour movie, let's say a lot of movies, 2 hours. And if I go to a movie and I'm paying like $20 plus another $20 for popcorn, that's $40 for like the time going to movie. I'm like, kind of, it's not, it lands in that realm of, it's not a crazy amount to me at $100 to watch hockey. I'm like, that's a reasonable.
You could take your family for $500, do it once a year or something, and have a nice night. Do it once a year.
Right? Right. It's a big event. You get a couple hours of entertainment. You're paying $30 to $40 an hour per kid to go. Like, I'm like, that's not insane. A lot of people getting their hair cut, you're paying $30 to $40 and it's half an hour, right? Or 40 minutes of work to get your hair cut. Now, maybe it's less some places more. I know, I get that. But it's just like, it's a reasonable amount. It's a reasonable amount. Not
I wonder what playbill seats like a Broadway show is. Like we're looking at entertainment costs,
it's
right?
Different costs of location,
and you're looking at, obviously you're watching a professional at the highest level. I think I might be a little bit like 125, maybe even 150, because these guys, look at the time they put in to get that good, to be able to, everyone's should be at the top. I just think that, look, not everyone can afford an Oilers game, but to have an experience at a sporting event, because part of it is having that experience with other people around you too. That kind of brings up your level of excitement, right? That feeds into everything. Those places down in LA, those it looks like a massive like IMAX screen, right? And the camera, it looks like you're right there, almost on the ice. Like maybe, I know this is weird, but maybe offering other avenues for people to consume Oilers content in a different way that OEG still has, and it's under their banner, allows them to lower their live experience, where you have kind of the virtual experience somewhere else, and get it that way. Because, I mean, as soon as you said ticket prices, I automatically always go back to the old tickets, and it had the little typed whatever, $28.50 for a Canucks ticket. You walk into the rink, it's all families and kids and the guys yelling programs and the smell of the rink. Like you just don't, there is those experiences still, I get it, but just not as much as before, right? Like half the time I go to games and most people are sitting on the concourse, having a $30 beer. I'm like, what are you doing?
You realize how much you paid to sit in the seat?
Yeah. Or maybe there was a freeze ticket. I don't know.
That being said, if you're going to pay $30 for a beer, well, Big Uke said beer prices have already gone up at the rink.
How much more can they go up?
I don't know. We were at that concert. What did I get? Tam got a Belgian Moon. I got a double spice rum and diet, and with a tip, it was $64. I couldn't even tell her how much it was because she got pissed at me for getting one. She went, "Don't buy me a beer that's this much." It was $18.
Wow.
For a tall boy, like the bigger tall boy.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit of a bigger one, but still, I mean, it's insane. You know what else kind of low key pisses me off? I'd say I kind of have beef with is that if you go to the Oilers website and then you see all like the drop down menus across the top, from left to right, they read tickets, premium, 50/50, schedule, news, video, Oilers Plus, loyalty, then the team. Like the team with the roster on it is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th tab along the thing. Like I feel like I'd probably put the team on the far left so you can go check it out.
Yeah.
And then get to the tickets and stuff like that. Like it just seems like it's sort of buried. Big Uke says $19.50 for a 24-ounce Coors Light, $20 for a banquet. I paid $42 for 2 beers without tip. Who was I talking to? I don't know if it was you, Gager. I was talking to somebody about, who was it? I can't remember, but it was somebody who knows the Molson rep.
Okay.
And they were telling, like, I feel dirty even saying this, but they were telling me how much they sell the stuff to the Oilers for.
Oh, yeah.
And then what the markup is. And I was just like,
I don't even
like it seems like a crime. Yeah. Like it seems criminal that you can do what you do to those prices. I'll tell you after. Like I was just like, my God. It's not like the Oilers are paying a super higher price, so they have to charge more.
Yeah.
That's not what it is.
No.
Like it's wild. All right, Cass, which Will Ferrell movie are you going to watch tonight?
I mean, Step Brothers is top of mind right now. So if I were to, I don't think I have time tonight, but if I were to, then it'd probably be Step Brothers or other guys, just because that still one gets me too. Probably one of those two.
I want to go watch. I'll watch Other Guys, but only the scene when they're sending the grandma back and forth, saying all the dirty things to each other. She says she loves you and she wants you to break her hip.
It's Christina.
You come back here and make love to my wife. And you know what else is so funny in that? Is that Wahlberg refuses to believe. Like with both of just the fact that Farrell is this nerd. And actually, that's a good one for the nerd draft. What's his name? Like Farrell's character in that movie. But he's got all these hot wives. And when he's like, sorry, she's dressed like a hobo tonight.
Gator.
Gators. I mean, that's a great bit as well. What's coming up on EST afternoons? What do we got
Elks depth chart comes out, so we'll go over that.
120,
Daniel Valente. Talk a little F1 with Daniel.
When does summer break end?
Couple
Next
more weeks.
week. Oh, still a couple more? Okay.
Red Light District 140, face of the franchise 205. Joshua Fraysam, Winnipeg Free Press at 220.
Hey, quickly on this face of the franchise, did I hear that you guys didn't put Ron Francis on the face of the Hartford Whalers?
Yes. No. Carolina.
But still. Who did you have? Eric Stahl?
Eric Stahl. Well, it was
Brad Burns?
No, Justin Williams.
Oh yeah.
Cam Ward and Rod Brendamore.
That's pretty fair. That's fair.
I mean,
like Cam Ward should be on there. Sherwood Park guy, by the way.
Of course he should. Without him, they don't win the cup.
Yeah.
No, Cam Ward.
Yeah,
I would
Brendan
agree
Morgan.
with Cam Ward.
Williams. Yeah. I mean, it's all pretty good. I like it, Gager. Good job.
Thank you, Cass. Hernan was the same as you. Like he wanted kind of Francis too, and I had to put my foot down.
That's what the face of the franchise is all about.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for Two Guys and a Goalie today. Always a fun conversation with Cass and Gager, and I like to think I add a little bit to it as well. It's brought to you by GS Construction. They are hiring now. They're also hiring last week, and they will be hiring next week. So become a part of their great team today by visiting gsconstruction.ca or their page on indeed.ca. For the past 50 years, the foundation of GS Construction has been built on efficiency, quality, and safety. Take your career to the next level. Join the team at GS Construction today. EST Afternoons is on the way next. That'll be followed by the Reed Wilkins Show. Gage, are you looking at ticket prices right now?
Yeah, lower bowl.
Don't.
Jeez.
Don't. Just, it's not worth it, man. Those are regular season prices.
Wow.
Man. Ridiculous.
Man.
That's going to do it for Two Guys. Talk to you tomorrow.